So you guys want to see UFOs? Well, you've come to the right place. Blake Cousins here, Third Phase Moon. We've got a lot of UFO evidence to go over tonight. Buckle up, everybody. Let's just get it started and go out to the latest UFO sighting out of Canada. Watch this. We're looking at this object right now. It resembles a cube and it's rotating, spinning, and has erratic maneuvers to it. What the heck is this? We're getting some close-up shots on it, and you can definitely tell that it's a cube in its nature, but this has been spotted around the world. Even in 2007 in London, the same object was spotted. So what's going on? We have this same object in Canada 13 years later that resembles exactly the same object that was over London. Is this the same craft? What is it? Is it some kind of kite or something otherworldly? That's what we want to find out. I want to get your guys' opinions. What's going on? And let me tell you, in this episode, we got a lot of evidence coming up, but we're looking at this. Brent, I want to get your thoughts quickly on this.
Yeah, Blake, notice how this thing tumbles. It's moving very erratic, and I like that it's over the fields over there. It's a very unique capture. Why is this thing out of control? It seems like it's erratic in movement, but again, it seems like it's self-contained in control. And how's this thing hovering? That's a big question. Or is it levitating? And notice the matching qualities of what's being captured 13 years ago over there in London, and now in Canada, we spot the same thing with these strange erratic maneuvers. It's unconventional.
All right, before we get to more UFO evidence, we're going to go to Mars. Richard from GoofOn has an update via Gene Ward and his discoveries on the red planet. Watch this.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Rich Giordano from GoofOn. So, today's premiere, I would like to talk about some of the findings that our viewers have submitted. We'll be taking you through a little bit of Mars, we'll go through a little bit of Antarctica, and we'll check out the sun. One thing I like about doing this is that the submissions are always coming in, and there's always new findings, like on Mars. You know, we see the red planet, but what's really going on? What really happened that we see all these supposed structures? The rover has seen lots of images, and nobody knows what they are because we're not there, and I think NASA's covering it up. And the same thing with Antarctica. There's a lot of stuff in Antarctica that is covered up by 1 to 2 miles thick ice. So we're going to start it off today with a little bit of Mars, go to Antarctica, and then we'll go to the Soho and look at some Mary Hall anomalies. So let's get started. That's right, we'll even do a little bit of ISS, maybe an image or two. Let's get going, come on.
The Baltic Sea Anomaly with the disc-like part there and 2 long narrow pieces next to one another on the one side. This disc up here is about 10 or so meters in diameter. There's a depiction of the Baltic Sea Anomaly, and you can see, folks, it's got a very similar design and shape to it. And there's a close-up view. Look at the straight edges and right angle over here.
I really don't know what to say about this, just that it looks kind of like the Baltic Sea Anomaly. Even though I see this here as maybe some rocks, but I gotta tell you, it does look very, very similar to that Baltic Sea Anomaly. Is it a ship? Is it ruins? Is it a ruins of a ship? I don't know. Next one.
You can barely make it out, folks, but check out the triangular object over there. It's about 20 meters wide, and let's take a close-up look got two straight sides there, and these three parts over here to the back. Looks almost like a flying wing design. The elevators over here at the back.
What I like about Jean Ward is that he doesn't know either. He's just showing us things that look very similar to things that we have here on Earth. This is possibly one of the best, I don't even know, one-winged, what do they call these? I guess like a boomerang shape, maybe? It's very interesting.
This dome-shaped object over there is about 12 meters long, and it's got a strange skirt running around the edge. Definitely a convex shape, and then over here you can see some rocks and boulders underneath it. But this is definitely a structured item. Nothing else like it on Mars, guys, that I've discovered yet.
This is very strange. I've never seen anything like this either. It's got some sort of edge to it that you can see here. It's kind of indented in right around the perimeter of this craft. That to me does not seem natural. This is a very, very strange object. I for one don't know. It looks like it could be some sort of craft, or maybe the roof of a building. Dome.
And this strange piece over here, that's about 12 meters long as well. And it's also got a dome shape to it, and two rounded edges there. Also over here, there seems to be part of that object. Don't know what that is.
This one too. This could be some sort of building. It definitely looks like a structure. It's not huge, but it could be some sort of entryway or some sort of hangar. It definitely looks like that if it was here on Earth, but Mars, totally different story. Or is it? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows, but it is cool.
This structure over there is about 12 meters wide, and it's got a triangular opening there. From the shadow that's being cast, this is definitely hollow inside there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides to it.
This is one of my favorite ones here. This looks like some sort of hut or some sort of quarters where it looks like there might even be a skylight at the top that lets in the light. It could be somebody's home. It could be a cathedral of some sort. But it's very unique. It's got 5 sides and it looks man-made.
So what's going on Mars and the Red Planet? The mysteries still abound. Are we going to find out whether we're alone in the universe or in our solar system? Is there life on Mars, or has there been once in the past? Now, let's get to this. Jaime Maussan out of Mexico wanted to share these incredible images out of Europe of what looks to be some kind of beam shooting down into the small town. We're looking at this right now. What is this? Is this some kind of portal opening up, an abduction attempt, or something else? This beam does not resemble any kind of like helicopter light beam or anything else. It's too bright. It does not make sense. It's out of place. In my opinion, it's not a lightning strike or anything like that either. This is something otherworldly, something that has yet to be explained. Any thoughts here, Brent?
Yeah, I could say something like this. Beam me up, Scotty. This thing's crazy. Look at the luminosity of this light. It's huge. The power of it and the source of light is massive. It's so condensed and thick that you can't even see through it. So whatever's creating this light has extreme energy of some unknown power source.
Absolutely. The lumens on this is incredible. We have projectors that project light onto the screen. That's what we see at the movie theaters. But this beam of light, the lumens on this must be, 10,000, maybe 40,000 lumens. This is incredibly bright, very defined. Again, what is this? In my opinion, this looks to me like some kind of possible alien abduction attempt. What is going on? Now, let's get to this. More footage coming in from our friend Richard at GoofOn. Something was discovered in our universe of an unknown wormhole. Watch.
A very interesting story came across my desk yesterday morning. It says, WTF, newly discovered ghostly circles in the sky can't be explained by current theories, and astronomers are excited. So you can see the picture. This translucent bubble, ghostly circle type of thing, it's just not found anywhere. Nobody's ever seen it before. So I'm just reading from the blog here what they're talking about because it's brand new. This is amazing. I'll continue here. In September 2019, my colleague Anna Kapinski gave a presentation showing interesting objects she'd found while browsing our new radio astronomical data. She had started noticing very weird shapes she couldn't fit easily into any known type of object. Among them, labeled by Anna as WTF, was a picture of a ghostly circle of radio emission hanging out in space like a cosmic smoke ring. None of us had ever seen anything like it before, and we had no idea what it was. A few days later, our colleague Emil Lenk found a second one, even more spooky than Anna's. Anna and Emil began examining the new images from our pilot observations for the evolutionary map of the universe, the EMU project, made with CSIRO's Revolutionary New Australian Square Kilometre Array Pathfinder ASKAP telescope. EMU plans to boldly probe parts of the universe where no telescope has ever gone before. It can do so because ASKAP can survey large swaths of the sky very quickly, probing to a depth previously only reached in tiny areas of the sky, and being especially sensitive to faint, diffuse objects like these. Hunting these ORCs, the team searched the rest of the data by eye, and they found a few more of the mysterious round blobs. They dubbed them ORCs, which stands for Odd Radio Circles, but the big question, of course, is, what are they? Well, when they look in images taken with optical telescopes at the position of those ORCs, they see nothing. Nothing's there with the regular telescope. The rings of radio emission are probably caused by clouds of electrons, but why we don't see anything in visible wavelengths of light? We don't know, but finding a puzzle like this is the dream of every astronomer. What they know they're not. They ruled out several possibilities for what ORCs might be. Could they be supernova remnants? The clouds of debris left behind when a star in our galaxy explodes? No. They are far from most of the stars in the Milky Way, and there are too many of them. Could this be the rings of radio emission sometimes seen in galaxies undergoing intense bursts of star formation? Again, no. We don't see any underlying galaxy that would be hosting the star formation. Could they be the giant lobes of radio emission we see in radio galaxies caused by jets of electrons squirting out from the environs of a supermassive black hole? Not likely, because the ORCs are very distinctly circular, unlike the tangled clouds we see in radio galaxies. Could they be Einstein rings, in which radio waves from a distant galaxy are being bent into a circle by the gravitational field of a cluster of galaxies? Still no. ORCs are too symmetrical, and we don't see a cluster at their center. A genuine mystery. So they need to explore things that might exist but haven't yet been observed, such as a vast shock wave from some explosion in a distant galaxy. Such explosions may have something to do with the fast radio bursts or the neutron star and black hole collisions that generate gravitational waves, or perhaps they are something else entirely. Two Russian scientists have even suggested ORCs might be the throats of wormholes in space-time. It's a tricky job because ORCs are very faint and difficult to find. Our team is brainstorming all these ideas and more, hoping for the eureka moment when one of us, or perhaps someone else, suddenly has a flash of inspiration that solves the puzzle. It's an exciting time for us. Most astronomical research is aimed at refining our knowledge of the universe or testing theories. Very rarely do we get the challenge of stumbling across a new type of object which nobody has seen before and trying to figure out what it is. It is a completely new phenomenon or something we already know about, but viewed in a weird way. And if it really is completely new, how does that change our understanding of the universe? Watch this space. Ray Norris wrote this. He's a British-Australian astronomer in the School of Science at Western Sydney University and with the CSIRO Astronomy and Space Science. He researches how galaxies formed and evolved after the Big Bang and the process of astronomical discovery with large data volumes. He also researches the astronomy of Australian Aboriginal people. Pretty amazing stuff.
Is this a possible wormhole built by aliens, or is this some kind of natural phenomenon that our scientists have still yet to describe as what it should be? They're baffled at the moment. What the heck is going on? Why is this wormhole all of a sudden appearing now? Now let's get to this. Even more UFO evidence coming in right here at Third Phase Moon. Jaime Mozan out of Mexico also wanted to share this recent sighting out of Colombia. Look at this. A broad daylight metallic flying saucer captured, and we're looking at this and it is astounding footage. Absolutely brilliant. This thing is very stable, stationary. In my opinion, this is metallic, but it's not a drone. We don't see any indications of a prop propeller or anything like that, which is keeping this thing levitated, hovering in the skies, moving very slowly, or adding a little bit of brightness contrast to this to make it pop. Is this something of intelligence behind it, or is this some kind of random drone from an extraterrestrial ship? Taking a look at the neighborhood below, Brent, what's your thoughts on this? How large do you think it is also?
Yeah, this thing's huge, Blake. You can see it going over this particular neighborhood in Colombia, and it's probably, I would say, maybe a couple 100 feet off the ground there, and it has this diamond-shaped look to it, and definitely metallic. You can see the silver sheen on top of this. I would say this UFO is probably the size of a house. It's quite massive, and look how it just gently hovers across the neighborhood over here, Colombia. This is fascinating footage. I gotta say, I'm glad we're saving the best for last. This is some of the best UFO footage I've seen for 2021. It's outstanding.
Like I said, guys, you wanted to see UFOs? Well, you're in the right place. Third Phase of Moon, the top UFO channel on the internet around the world. It's my pleasure bringing you the best videos as they come in real time. Buckle up, everybody. Make sure you hit the subscription button, the notification bell to be notified when we do these updates and have live shows right here at Third Phase of Moon. It's been my pleasure broadcasting right here from the Big Island of Hawaii. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you real soon right here at Third Phase of Moon.